What is going on, everybody, in Wrestling Review Society's YouTube page? Thank you so much for coming back to check out a brand new belt review for you guys today. I am very, very excited about this one. I've wanted to review it ever since I've got it. Just with working so much and everything that's been going on, I haven't been able to get around to it. But if you can read the title, you know what it is. It is an absolutely phenomenal belt. This is right in my wheelhouse. This is from, the era of wrestling that I love so much. And it shares a lot of similarities to my favorite belt of all time, being the NWA World Championship, the true World Championship, the 10 pounds of gold, sweet Charlotte herself. But guys, I love this belt. Absolutely, absolutely love it. I do have some pros and cons with it. That's to be expected. But this is one of the nicer belts that I've ever had the chance to sit here and review with you guys. Before I get into the review, guys, shout out to my sponsors who make these videos happen each and every time. First of which being the Coldest Water, scrolling at the bottom of your screen. TheColdestWater.com has some of the greatest products I've ever had in my entire life, like their water bottles, t-shirts, ice packs, and their brand new line of coffee. So if you want to get your hands on anything like that, make sure you go to TheColdestWater.com and use promo code WRESTLING to save 10% at checkout. Our newest sponsor just signed today. FirstWarrior.com. This is a patriotic clothing company who sells hats, shirts, and a lot of other apparel like that. I just got some myself. Can't wait for it to get here. If you guys want to get your hands on any of their amazing products, make sure you go to FirstWarrior.com. Use promo code WRS. Once again, that is promo code WRS for Wrestling Review Society and save 10% at checkout. So at the FirstWarrior.com, promo code WRS, and at thecoldestwater.com, promo code wrestling, saving money all the way around. Thank you guys so much for showing your support. But that is enough of the sponsor plugs. Let's get to what you guys came here to watch, the world-class tag team championship belt. Let me clear some space on the table because I am showing you this belt in 3, 2, 1. There she is, guys. Absolutely beautiful belt. Like I said, it does share a very similar shape to the NWA 10 pounds of gold. It doesn't get any better than this, guys. Not for me, anyway. Everybody has their own opinions, but in my opinion, does not get any better than these style of belts. Now, you guys hear me say all the time, less is more in some instances, and this is a perfect example of less is more, along with the Winged Eagle. Along with the big gold, they're not plastered with stones. They're not dual stacked. They're not triple stacked. They're not quad stacked. And that works for some belts, but it doesn't have to be the status quo. You can have a very clean, single-plated belt. And this is one of them for me, guys. Absolutely amazing. So let's go and get right into the review. Starting on your male snap side. So you have your 2x8 male snaps. Now, here's one of my cons with this belt. So in the snap box, you have deeply tooled, hand-tooled snap box, but there's a lot of open space in there. Like a lot of open space. I want wall-to-wall, brim-to-brim, stamped deep, hand-tooled. But, even though there is a lot of negative space in there, what's there is quality. So it tells me that this maker does know how to do a good snap box. He's just got to really pack it in there and really drive it in there and just fill it wall to wall, side to side, end to end, whatever you want to call it. But the tooling that is there is very deep, hand tooled, looks nice. I just wish it didn't have all that negative space. So coming out of the snap box, you have your first 2 side plates. Now on this belt, you do have mirrored side plates, which means the side plates over here are the exact same side plates over here. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-plater belt when you include the property plate. Sorry, my brain went blank and I couldn't do simple math. But anyway, so let's go and get into the side plates. So you got your first 2 side plates, and you guys know one of the biggest things for me is and always will be contrast. And right here we have a perfect example of contrast. You have 3 colors in black, silver, and blue, and it really breaks up the wrestler, the belt, the globe, all of it. The contrast in this belt is absolutely amazing. Amazing. Absolutely love it. We get into the next side plate. You can clearly tell that these are grapplers. This is a globe shape behind them. And it's just wall to wall black and silver. Every bit of paint in here is just filled to the rim with just contrast throughout this entire belt, and I love it. So let's go and get into our main plate. The letters, extremely legible. From here, it doesn't matter how far back I get, you are going to know exactly what is on this belt. So you got your two eagles, the globe, the banners. You got this little bit of negative space to break up the black, which I think helps it a lot. I do wish that in between the lines of this braided rope, there was little lines of black to kind of break it up, like we saw with the last belt, like we saw with the boot versus WWE shop of the Undisputed. But not having it doesn't take away, but having it would add. If that makes any sense, which I'm sure it doesn't, but hey, it made sense in my head. Now, where it does lose me, where it loses me just a little bit, is right here in the top. Let me move this microphone out of the way. Right here in the top, where it looks like the rays are coming off the globe, in between the rays, it's almost like a nugget texture. I would like to see that a little bit more smooth, but when you're dealing with this kind of belt, that's to be expected. This isn't CNC. This isn't HD plating. Nothing like that. So whenever you have that, you're gonna have those little marks. You're gonna have stuff like that. But you know, if you're willing to spend the money on CNC or HD plates, great. You can nitpick about that. I didn't, so I can't. But the way this belt was made, it's 100% acceptable, and I do accept it, and I still absolutely love it. Like I said, mirrored side plates, so we're not going to spend too much time on those. But one thing that I really do like about this belt is that super clean property plate. World-class championship tag team. And you only have two colors in there. You have the black and you have the silver, and the black is from wall to wall, only leaving the grapplers and the letters exposed, really helping you break up exactly what you're looking at. Absolutely love the contrast in this belt. I cannot say that enough. I can't put it over enough. I absolutely freaking love it. So we get over here to our female snap box, guys, and you have your classic 2x5 female snaps. Once again, really nice, deeply tooled, hand-tooled snap box, but a lot of negative space. I want this, when I say wall to wall, what I mean is these tooled lines right here that separate the snap box, I want it to be from this line all the way to this line, from the top to the bottom. Stamp the ever-living shit out of it. I want it to be wall to wall. But like I said, what is there is done very nicely. So I know he can do a very good hand-tooled snap box. So next time I order a belt, I'll just tell him, like, look, man, put that thing wall to wall. Put every last stamp in that snap box that you possibly can. And that's really the only gripe I have about this. Nope, there's one other one. Right down here in the champion banner on the main plate, the paint does get a little sloppy. And right here on the bottom of the C, the paint starts to overlap the silver letters. But that's a very easy fix. Anybody who's been in the belt hobby for a while, collected belts, and had to do any kind of maintenance to your belt knows how easy of a fix that is. The stamping is also easy, but I'm the customer, not the maker. I shouldn't have to stamp my own belt. And that's just me being a diva. I mean, let's just call it what it is. But as far as the paint overlapping, very easy fix. I can do that in 2 seconds just like that, and that's no longer an issue. So let's go and take a look at the back of the belt. All the screws are held in. The weight of, that's how you can tell you got floppy leather. The weight of the main plate is too heavy for me to just hold the belt like this. That's why you see it drooping like that. But all your screws are secured with black leather backing. There are no splits in the leather. There is no separation between the backing and the actual strap. And then the last thing we got to do, guys, before we just hang out and BS for a little bit, the last thing we have to do is what I like to call the hammer test. I got this trick from Steven Hammer. It works. So it shows you how floppy the leather is. So first off, we're going to hold it. And you can see how the weight of the plates just helps it fold over, as to where your WWE shop belts, they kind of do that. This leather just falls right over. And then the hammer test is when you throw it over your shoulder and see how she lays. And she just forms perfectly to the shoulder. Very comfortable belt. Nice, deep curve, making it even more comfortable to hold. The belt's not super heavy. It does have good weight to it, but it's not super like ungodly heavy. Like when you get to your Mid-Souths and your AEWs and stuff like that. So not a super heavy belt. And like I said, guys, less is more. This is a single plate. There are absolutely no stones on this. It doesn't have a belt tip, but it's still one of the best, cleanest belts I've ever seen. And it's modeled after the NWA 10 pounds of gold. Or not modeled after, but shares the same shape with subtle differences. But I absolutely love this belt. I just want to sit here and look at it. I know I'm taking up a lot of your guys' time by just sitting here, but guys, this is literally one of my favorite belts I've ever had. Unfortunately, I've already sold it, which is why I have to do this belt review. So I can have this belt review up before I go and ship it out. It is headed to its forever home. It's going to an amazing owner, a guy I've become really good friends with, and I know he's going to appreciate it just as much as I do. And it's going to hurt to let this one go, guys. It really is. It's just a phenomenal belt. And I'm definitely going to have one in my collection permanently one day. It's just not going to be today. As you guys know, these videos are pre-recorded, so I'm watching along with you guys. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, anything you want to say, I am watching this video with you guys. Go ahead and let me know in the comment section, and I will comment back to you. That's the advantages of doing pre-recorded belt review videos and setting them as premieres. I get to watch them with you guys for the first time. I can't speak enough about how great this belt is, and I know everybody's like, that's a very simple belt. Yeah, you're right. It is. It is very, very simple. But, I mean, the name says it all. World class. Class. This belt has class. It's not just your big network logo. It's not a walking advertisement. This is a belt that you put on somebody and you knew that was the leader of the locker room. That was the person, or in this case, the people who led that division. And you were proud to hold this belt. It wasn't, like the 24/7 title. It wasn't like the network logos where they just were big logos. That's all they were. You were a walking advertisement. This is what made you a champion. This is what drew people in. You see this belt from across the room and you automatically start asking questions. Where is it? How can I get it? Where'd that come from? And for the new generation of wrestlers who weren't able to see world class and weren't able to see the NWA in their prime and stuff like that, belts like this, belts that look like this, and they weren't able to see that kind of wrestling, but that now they're looking at these belts and they like these belts, and it hooks them and makes them go back and watch that style of wrestling. Absolutely amazing. But guys, I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I just wanted to come on here and show you guys the best belt I have ever reviewed. From one end to the other, final looks. The World Class Tag Team Championship in all her 6-plated glory. Absolutely love this belt. So, guys, that has been my belt review of the World Class Tag Team Championship. Once again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the comments section. I'm always working to get better, and the only way I'm going to do that is through you guys' feedback. So thank you so much for the feedback, whether it be negative or positive. Doesn't matter. I welcome all kind of feedback. Thank you guys so much. If you want to get your hands on any belts like this, go ahead and message me, and we can definitely work that out. I can typically work with any price range, any budget. We do have payment plans available, all that good stuff. We can talk about all that when you message me. Thank you guys so much for the love and the support. Thank you for coming to watch another belt review. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. We have 3 more belt giveaways coming up, and all you have to do to be eligible is subscribe to the YouTube channel. That is it. It's absolutely free. It takes about 2 seconds to do. And also, guys, hit that thumbs up button. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm and getting our content out there. And lastly, before I get off, guys, I am now on Twitch at twitch.tv/HillKevin. You'll find some exclusive content there because I'm an affiliate now. I'm a Twitch affiliate. I'm very proud to announce that. Me and my son, we do our own show on Twitch, and we've now become Twitch affiliates. So we have to provide exclusive content. It's absolutely free. All you have to do is go to twitch.tv/HillKevin, hit the follow button, and you'll have access to all the Twitch exclusive content, belt reviews, prediction shows. Some of the War Room episodes are going to be exclusives. So that being said, guys, go follow me at twitch.tv/HillKevin. Once again, absolutely free. Just hit the follow button. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you, whether it be the next belt review, whether it be the next interview. I just can't wait to see you guys again. Thank you for the love and support, and yeah, we'll see you next time.